for us. Uh, and I'm kind of curious if have anyone looked into who's doing. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get real close to everyone.
Go for it.
All right, so we know that cocaine's been coming in and out of Cayo Perico.
Mm-hmm.
Who's doing it for the other groups?
As of right now, we've been approached by a middleman called the Runners, and we're more than willing to help supply. I know Street Brats were trying to assist, but they're getting absolutely just decimated when they try, to no fault of their own.
Yeah, I mean, we have like, I don't even know how many leaves we have, but we
know CG.
Yeah, just not a lot. I mean, we were able to get out there, and we made it back with like half of our group before they got snatched by CG and shot.
Yeah, I mean, CG's posted pictures on the TL about them doing huge ass grows and then going off in taco trucks. And they even came down to my Billabong and sold us a brick, which I bought. I can't lie. So I mean, there's definitely something there with them at least.
That's what I see.
Well, and then Bang Bang is doing everything that they can. That was Ricky, like, had this big meeting with me about a bunch of shit. And that's what he was trying to figure out, who with us is doing coke.
Don't trust them. Don't give them anything.
100%. I didn't tell them anything. He thinks that me, you, and him are in a love triangle. He's fine. Flirt with him and he leaves us alone.
Jesus.
Does anybody in the mob do coke?
Wait, the photo. We need the photo. We need the photo. We need the photo.
Coke places?
I mean,
Lacey's been getting mopped to no end. Wait, come on, with the whole coke thing?
So upfront and so honest about it. I think it's gonna stand on what I said earlier.
Well,
I don't think we're gonna be able to go head to head yelling and being loud with these groups. I don't think that this is gonna do much.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like me, at least, and with the brats, like, we'd be willing to go out there and figure out how to get out there and do it quietly. If that's something that we want to try and do.
Well, I guess that leads me to a question to the host. When it comes to working quietly like that, we don't have the tools or the access to be able to do things like that, but we want to be able to make hard, calculated hits.
One is mask.
Things that are actually going to make an impact versus stockpiling their guns, letting them gun us down.
Even his mask
What
has
is
like
there
elf
that
ears
we
like fiber.
have within our grasp
funny.
to be able to utilize? Because I'm sorry, I'm not here for a war 24/7.
Sometimes you gotta.
See, this is where, you know, the game of checks and balances come into play, right? I never want to send you guys into a shootout because I didn't recruit you guys because you guys were the greatest shooters in the state. Like, don't get me wrong, some of you shooters. I'm just gonna say it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Some of you can really do it, but I'm just gonna be totally honest. I got you because of your ability to take a normal situation and make it an absolute fucked up situation. I'm just gonna be honest. That was my favorite part.
Well, we do pretty good about
Now,
that.
all I can think to do is try to. I can see what I can do about figuring out how people are making their money. Maybe see if you can hit them in their wallets outside of. You know what I mean? If you can disrupt some of the chains of the flow of goods. That's the only thing I can think to do without. But I mean, the second they find out you're doing
exactly. I was about to say, regardless, the outcome remains the same once it comes to light.
Yeah.
Regardless, as much as, I mean, hell, I had to go to war with CG, BSK, and Bang Bang because they came to my turf and disrespected my turf. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to fight sometimes. You can't always be afraid of it. And if you're gonna want us to stand up, and if you guys really want this change, we can't be like, hey, I want to do the gangster shit. But then when it comes down to actually doing it, you're like, oh wait, no, I don't want to do this 24/7. Like, you are gonna have to bite the bullet and get shit done sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest. You're talking to the group that barely any of us were here, and we went to war with CG for a straight fucking month, despite them being a big dog, because we weren't just gonna let a big dog bark for no fucking reason, even if we knew we were gonna lose it. So I mean, it's not the fact of we don't want to
a month
get
is
our
taking
hands dirty
it a
or
bit
scrap.
far, but
It's a matter of at what point do you start to think smart about
the good old Piper,
where,
the good old
we can start
Piper,
going to fucking
you
war
know,
with
make
all of
one
them,
thing
but we also have to
that's
understand
true and turn
that,
it into something
like the
that's
host just said, not all of us are the best shooters,
not true.
and I know all of us don't want to spend every day.
I think it was
in
like 2
arena,
weeks.
like
it's like half a
in
month.
VR.
And sometimes there'd be like
at
2
the
days in
casino.
between. There was
So
no
we have to
fights.
find another way to do it.
I
you know?
also don't want you guys. I also don't want you guys to fucking die. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, as much as I enjoy chaos, you guys dying aren't part of my plan. So you guys going into constant, you guys going into constant running into walls head first isn't exactly what I'm asking of you either. How about I see if I can get my hands on some sort of a supply chain for things like iron? Would that help?
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Yes.
find ways not to funnel them. Any of that that's the thing.
Yeah.
I have an idea though. How about we do something full scale and we open our heads together and create something, and then maybe you can do something like drain their accounts or like something like that for us, the host. And what we do is we set them up that way. You can return all of that at some point.
Well, the
you know,
Syndicate
like
should
what
have
you
the
did with
resource to
us, but,
destroy
like,
the other factions
what if
stuff
we
and
do this
still
just to
crypto.
scare them a little bit to show that we have power and we use your
That's
power to show us
complicated
ours,
because
so they don't want to miss
I
us.
think stealing.
Wouldn't that just start faction warfare? If a cartel or mob here,
I
that
think-
is
it has
drain
already.
their bank accounts.
Yeah,
We're already at war.
We're already
I
at
don't
odds with
think
each
so.
other.
I think if we were at war, we would be seeing a lot more damage being done rather than counters.
The unfortunate part of this at the end of the day is we have points. We're all trying to get ahead of each other. It's literally just a war without calling it a war. We are always trying to be better than the other faction.
It's just a
It's
step
just
above.
the nice way of saying it.
Just a
I'm
step
gonna be
above a
honest
Cold
with you
War, to
guys,
be honest.
too. The thing with the points on the map, the biggest problem for I know us, and I know some other groups as well, we cannot get our hands on crypto fast enough. That's our problem. Like, we can hit, you know,
I have to
we can
pee so
do
fucking bad.
a billion jobs a day. I mean,
I'm
we
gonna
have
pee. I'll
two
be back.
jobs running at any given point all day long. That's not our problem. Our problem is crypto. And
I
people don't
agree.
want to sit there doing crypto for 6-7 hours a day every day. It's fucking boring. Like, even with 17 people, like, even if each one went and did it for an hour, I cannot convince my people to do that for an hour every day. Like,
Yeah.
so that too, like us being able to figure out how to get our hands on more crypto would be huge, because that's
Okay.
our problem.
Yeah, maybe.
I could look
That could be
into
good,
I could
yeah.
look into figuring out a way to get some crypto loaded on drives and have you
Hey,
guys.
just let me install my server rack at home. I'll do my own crypto from my couch, okay?
I'll do
I'm
some-
sitting doors all
I'll
day
do
doing
some
that.
crazy shit for some crypto right now.
Damn.
Okay, I will.
How about you go into detail about that?
I'll give you 100
No.
script right now. What I
Dan, shut up.
Not
Damn.
let's not go into detail. So okay, so if I can look into maybe getting my hands on a transport of maybe a decent amount of iron, or maybe if I can see if I can find a like the thing is this is all going to require me to try to find transports or import exports of things, but I can try
Okay.
my best to get my hands
Did I miss
on
anything? This is the moment
maybe
Cade's gonna be asked something very
blueprints
important.
or maybe some iron. I could definitely find some way to get crypto for people.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
I don't see the point in the iron. I don't see the point in the guns because,
I would
like,
prefer-
are we making a decision on are we being loud or are we not? Right? Because if we're gonna
Well,
try
I
to,
just
if y'all
want you to
want
be
to
able
actually
to-
start a war,
I just want you to defend yourselves. We
Yeah.
don't. We won't look here. Okay, not to put this belief in you guys, but we don't win a war that comes down to all of us having to actually fight right now. Right now. Now don't get me wrong. I have plans. I promise you guys. I may not always be around. I may not always be overly open with what I'm doing, but I have plans. There's things coming. There's definitely going to be an upgrade in arsenals coming. Like we just gotta we gotta figure out how to stop the bleeding right now, because right now it sounds like you guys, this countering thing is really frustrating and hurting everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I go around with paranoia 100. If I see anyone that I think is watching me, I'm gonna just sit up where no one can see me for about 3 to 5 minutes if I know I'm not gonna win that fight. AKA if I see a purple car on the road, I'm gonna just play it a bit smarter than going straight there.
Okay. Well,
That's kind of how I counter it. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause
And
I'm
just
gonna be real,
drive
I've
through
been
every
way too
bush
many
on the
fights
way.
in VSP, and it's just a shit show. Like that's just how kind of how our shit goes. But that's kind of where I'm coming from. Just play a bit smart.
I'm sitting here looking at it, going right. There's 3 factions. Right. So 2 of them are bullies, and 1 of them's smart. Why do we pit them against each other? Let them tear each other apart.
I mean, we found out that that's actually what the cartel are doing at the moment. They're targeting the mob, from what we've been told by ESB.
Is there any way we can make that targeting increase?
Oh, like really.
Make
Oh
them-
yeah, actually that's a
make
good
them
idea.
think.
Yeah. How?
Find ways
how
to
would we do
frame them.
that?
Find
Yeah.
ways for it to put the blame on them instead of us.
If
such,
we
you know?
somehow manage to drain one that say CG, for
Can
example,
we not
drain
false?
their account,
Can we not false flag? I really don't
I'm
want
just
to.
I'm gonna be blunt on this. The second anyone's account gets drained, that is a target immediately on
Yeah,
Syndicate.
they know. They know.
Yeah,
it's
they know
Syndicate
that they
for
can do
sure.
that.
That's
They
a
know
Syndicate
that that's.
thing.
They know that that's what I. Yeah, they know that that's the power I bring. That's why I was like. That's why
Or-
I'm worried.
or,
I know
hear
it
me
would
out,
be
you
good to
black
just kick
out.
them in the ass and be like, ha, look, you can't.
You-
buy
you
shit
just
now.
black
But in
out.
all reality, the second I do that, they're gonna.
And then whenever
especially
you
if I
rob them,
rip
just
from
say,
and
"Cartel
mob,
did it to you,
let's think about
bitch."
that.
Mhm.
And that's all you say.
And then if I get found out, as soon as I get found out, I mean, I'm.
Cartel did it to you, bitch.
If I get compromised, this whole thing goes down. So that's why.
Easy.
There's a car coming. Car coming. Oh, is that one of yours?
Who is that? What
this is
the
a
fuck
whip.
is that?
That's a nice
Oh!
That Mad Max.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, well, fuck your fuck your
my
Porsche.
God,
I guess.
Elsie.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, you got a cool hoodie over there.
Can we not do some petty shit like make freaking L accounts? And
No, we're
pretend
not
to
doing
be
L
them?
shit.
I'm not doing.
No,
I'm not
fuck
doing
no.
social media fucking
No,
yapping
we're not
bullshit.
fucking finger
Fuck that.
tappers.
That's crazy.
Oh, don't know
What
about
if
you,
we-
Ivan.
But I do agree in terms of like, we need to find, and it doesn't need to be this big thing, right? We do need to find little ways to like cause irritation between the two. I don't think it has to be
I'm still
this
confused.
like.
Can we have an introduction? I have no clue who this person is.
Is this one of yours?
Is this? Are you sure this is? Is this one of yours, Mr. Host? Because
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
just.
yeah,
Are you
he had the
Syndicate?
mask. He
Why
had the
not?
mask. He had the
Okay,
mask.
okay, okay.
You're
perfect.
good. He had the mask.
Yeah, I'm Ricky South.
Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my god!
Excuse me?
Well, that's.
I cannot protect you.
I don't have a gun, so.
Oh wait, wrong ID.
I well.
I still don't know.
If
Yeah,
you're
honestly,
really
that would-
Ricky, then where's my picture that you keep on your bedside every night?
Oh, hey, do you want to
God.
like? Do you want to share that photo, brother?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So going to the next